I just finished recording the episode about the coronavirus, and I was just thinking about, again, Sports Card Insights relating to that, and listen to the other fine podcasts out there. Again, this is clearly a game changer. And but I've titled this episode something about the herd. I mean, basically, people kind of gravitate toward doing what other people do, and most people do that. Again, one of the Chinese proverb or whatever, some proverb is if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with a group. So if you're in the herd, there is some safety in the herd. So if everybody's buying, you're buying. If everybody's selling, you're selling. Now, again, you can prosper in that because you'd think, well, everybody can't be wrong, and you can ride that train for a while. But the problem is, well, not the problem. I mean, that's, again, if you don't have special knowledge or special insight, then staying with the herd is probably a pretty safe play. The problem is some of the leaders of the herd are more nimble, and even though they might be recommending for you to buy something, maybe they've already bought it at a lower price and are holding on to it. So again, there's you have to know when to separate from the herd and say they're going right, I'm going to go left, or they're selling, I'm going to buy, and that takes a lot of courage, and it takes some knowledge and wisdom and insight. So again, most people are probably going to stay with the herd. And when we get to this coronavirus situation where it's very dynamic, and there are going to be some things that are, you just don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to make prices go up. I think if people have more free time, are they going to spend more time collecting if they're, working from home? I'm hard pressed to think that's going to be a big push. Obviously, if they have less income coming in, maybe they're going to spend time on cards with buying and selling to try to have a side gig and make some money off it. But again, no sure things there either. But I have built up a base of knowledge. And so if the herd is going one direction, I want to recognize that. And I want to see, well, is there something that's being overlooked in there as the herd just is blindly going on? So my advice to you is, again, I'm not telling you to follow the herd, but if you're going to be following the herd, don't blindly follow the herd in every way. In fact, you may have a player or two or a team that you specialize in where you can see, you may have some inside knowledge to know when to divert or make a change from what the herd is doing, because the herd is just going along and not as discriminating. So there were people that when everybody was buying Luka, they said, well, that's making Trae Young look like a bargain. And so they had the courage to step out and do that. Well, Luka's continued to play well and Trae's done well, but neither one of them, they're now in the off season. So are their prices going to moderate? Don't know. If they do, that's your chance to think, well, if the price dips, do I jump in and strike, or do I think it's going to go lower, or do I think it's going to go back up? Again, no sure things. Thanks, sponsors: Beckett Media, Beckett Grading, Beckett Authentication, ComC, Burbank Sports Cards, Mike Stadium Sports Cards, Heritage Auctions, Huggins Scott Auctions, Topps, Panini, and Upper Deck. So they are all impacted by not just the coronavirus, but the herd aspect. Is that Rob Veras and Mike Stadium can tell you what the herd is doing, because that's what they're doing when they come. Most people are coming in and being influenced, and the card companies are certainly doing that because they have marketing and communications departments that encourage people to buy, especially the brand new products. Which I no problem with that. That's healthy and that's good. The problem is now we've got to have products coming out, and there's no there's no game on the field. And so what's the herd going to do? The herd, so if you're in the herd, be aware that, the herd can be wrong. Even though it's the majority of the people, it can still be wrong. So try to do some of your own analysis, narrow your field of interest enough to where you can feel confident when you should copy. Because when prices go up and up and up, you think, well, maybe they're going to continue to go up forever. Or if they're going down, 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 you think, well, then now they're going to stop here and then build back up. Again, no one knows for sure, but armed with knowledge, you've got a better chance of doing well. So thanks, listeners. I'll be back again on Monday with another episode, and hope you have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.